What's good, YouTube? This video is going to be about the red pill community's motives. Somebody asked me, please explain the red pill community's motives and how to tackle these guys. That was the question. I'm going to be honest. It will be better for you just not to tackle them at all. There's no reason to engage with the person you know immediately has to change. Right? It's one thing to watch a person develop bad habits, patterns, and practices while you're already in a relationship that they have to evolve from, right? Bad coping mechanisms that they have to evolve from. But it's another thing to see someone in the middle of their bullshit, realize that it's completely voluntary and it's a choice they're making, know they need to change it, and engage in a relationship with them hoping that you can convince them to be different or better. That's ridiculous. That's foolishness. If you see somebody in a red pill, and people always ask, what's red pill? What red pill is this idea, men go their own way, this mgtow or whatever it's called, again, this idea that women aren't an essential part of life, or love isn't an essential part of life. A woman's love is useless and a not needed thing, right? So red pill or men go their own way is all about a man living a life independent of love or relationships, right? To only use women for sex, for sexual gratification, and that's it. A woman is only the holes that she has to stick it in, and that is it. She is her orifices and her orifices alone. That's what red pill pretty much is. It's emotional independence away from women. Men have gotten tired of a lot of the things that women have done over the years to either manipulate men, which do happen, lying on men, which does happen, to use kids against men and manipulate the children's relationships with fathers, which does happen. A lot of men have experienced a lot of trauma in relationships and trying to have relationships with women and have love and have marriages. A lot of men been cheated on, been taken for all their money, had their kids taken away from them when they were dedicated fathers, been lied to, abused, betrayed, all of these things. Just like women assume that men aren't having these experiences, and it's just complete hogwash. Men are having a terrible experience dating and having relationships and marriages as well. In fact, studies show that cheating is pretty much even in marriages. Women just don't get caught as much, and they cheat for different reasons that they are more likely to make excuses for, because it's more likely to be emotional, but it's cheating nonetheless. And so for men who have looked at these statistics and looked at the data and felt the experience of pain, heartbreak, and disappointment, whether they were 16 and a girl told them no, or whether they didn't get no tail because they didn't have no game, or whether they were married and had a failed marriage or got cheated on or got taken for half their money, or whatever they think that happened to them, whatever trauma they've encountered, men go their own way. Or the red pill they swallow is, I'm done with women, I don't need love. Right? But that's almost never in the absence of sex. It's not like the red pill community is a bunch of guys just rubbing them out. The red pill community is going out here laying women down because they focus on themselves. It's about creating the career and the life you want, the travel, the lifestyle, right? So they acquire the lifestyle because they put more focus on who they are, what they become, what they accomplish, how much money they have. So they acquire all of these things that women like. So they by nature attract more women, even though they've made a decision, a conscious decision to never value another woman beyond, again, her sex. So it's the commitment to use women sexually, but never use them again emotionally, and never use them again as life partners. It's independence. It's basically the man's versions of, I don't need no man. We hear women say this all the time. I don't need no man. I don't need no man. It's basically men saying the same thing. Unfortunately enough, there is some truth behind it. So it's not complete hogwash, but what happens is the content that's created starts to become about how to manipulate women, how to best women, how to go to war with women, how to play shadow games with women. So it goes from independence and trying to create an indifference in yourself emotionally to how to conquer and destroy and seek out and go to war with women, which is completely effeminate and it's weird. But that's the red pill community. That's what it's become. It's become a place where men go to complain about their experiences and support each other to a degree, but also get revenge on women through the mistreatment and the intentional misuse of them. So it's dark because it starts from a place of pain, but it goes into a place of resentment and into a place of deep disdain. And from that deep disdain, There's a literal war with women a lot of these guys are having. And these comment sections will show you immediately what I'm talking about. So to your question of explain the red pill community's motives and how to tackle these guys, their motives are to live completely emotionally independent from women and have a good life outside of having healthy relationships or relationships at all with women outside of sex. The motive is be as successful as possible, have the greatest life possible without a woman, but also attract more women and have as much sex as humanly possible if you want to, because now you have the glow and all the women's gonna want you because you got money now, because you focused on you, right? So it's kind of self-improvement, and it's also wicked, evil manipulation. That's what it's become, even though that wasn't the original intention. To the question of how to tackle these guys, don't. Leave these guys alone. When you see a man watching a bunch of this red pill content, no matter who the creator is, and it's a lot of these guys now, when you see a man that's a fan of a certain red pill creator or a certain many red pill creators, if you start hearing this high value man stuff, or you start hearing this alpha man stuff, if you start hearing these high value buzzwords, alpha male buzzwords, red pill buzzwords, mgtow, or men go their own way buzzwords, or you start hearing these things that sound like pimp ideology or anti-simping ideology. When you hear the word simp, it's generally from somebody who watches a lot of red pill content. Anytime a man expresses more frustration with men who treat women well than he does with men who abuse women, kill women, rape women, beat women, kidnap women, sexually traffic women, if you hear more frustration from a man from men who have respect for women than you do for men who beat women or hurt them in any way, if you hear no protective instinct at all in a man toward women he doesn't know outside of the ones in his family, then he's probably a red pill content user and subscriber to a lot of different guys, and he's learning to actively manipulate and misuse women. And again, it didn't start that way, but that's the function of the red pill community now. A lot of good men get hurt and they go somewhere where they can seek refuge, and then they get indoctrinated with this hatred of females. Don't tackle them. Don't deal with them. As soon as you get the signs that they're red pill guys, and I'll probably have to do another sign that a guy's a red pill, I'll probably do 10 signs that a guy's a red pill. That'll be one of my next videos. Leave him alone. Get far, far away from these guys. They value rulership over partnership and cooperation. They value being served over mutually serving their relationships and their partners. They are not offering healthy love, so do not tackle them at all. There's no way to get with a red pill man and make him a better man if he's already too far gone. It's too risky to deal with a man that is in that mindset. Don't worry about if he's salvageable. That's not a junkyard that you can go build yourself a car from. Just get away from him. That's how you tackle that. Don't. Rule number 1, when you meet a red pill man, don't nothing. Period. Okay, that's how you tackle that. Anyway, follow me at KevVic24 on Instagram. I hope that helps. I'll get with y'all later.